Hello, hello. Hi, Luke. Hi. How are you? Hi there. Hello, Zara. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hi, everyone. Welcome. In today's topic, we're going to discuss marriage. We're going to discuss marriage. As someone who has been married for almost 10 years now, um, I ask myself, what advice do I have for people now? Obviously, I know some people have been married way longer than 10 years. So my name, I would like to keep that private online, if that's okay. Um, Sorry about that. And so I'm sorry I can't answer that question, but yeah, I would like to keep my name private, if that's okay. But getting back to the question of any marriage advice. So I've been married for 10 years, almost 10 years now. And as advice for those who have been married maybe less than that, or those who are trying to get married. But first of all, as a disclaimer, I'm not a marriage counselor. And so the marriage advice that I'm giving is not coming as a professional. So it's just from my own experience. Um, so basically there's no magic. What I could say, the only advice I could give from my own experience being married for almost 10 years is there's no a magical formula to it. The only thing I can say, so I believe we believe in God, so we say it's God who makes marriage work and last. But other than that, as the two people within the marriage, um we're just trying. Every day is different, and so we're trying. So I believe marriage comes in different stages. And so the first stage is, after getting married, is getting to know each other more. If you didn't live with each other before getting married, so you're like in the honeymoon period, it depends on how you did it. So some people get married without living with each other first, and then so for those people, they need to continue getting to know each other when they start living together for the first time within a marriage after getting married. So they need to continue getting to know each other. And they are obviously in the honeymoon period. And at this point, theoretically speaking, things should be going so. Yeah, so issue it's fine, and then as time gets by, after the honeymoon period, um, things will change. So it's not gonna be honeymoon period all the time. Things will change. Um, and especially so work will resume, and you won't be spending as much time with each other as you were when you were in the honeymoon period, because you'll be going to work, you'll be coming home at certain times, so you'll be tired at the end of the day, both of you. And so then you have like the household responsibilities, and how you decide to do those things like house chores and maintaining the home. um that's another thing that you would agree together. and how you deal with confrontations um, yes, there's gonna be a lot of communications and issues will rise, and how you deal with those issues together. That's another thing. And then if you throw in there like starting a family, like having children, again, that's another thing, another responsibility added to it. So how you handle all those things will affect your marriage. So yeah, the honeymoon period will be over, and then you just be about managing life as it comes. Every day as it comes, you're just managing it. You're trying your best. Some days one will be doing more than the other. So one will be doing like maybe sometimes 100% of everything that needs to be done within the marriage, within the home, with the kids and all that. And then the other day it will be like 70%, and the other one doing 30%. Sometimes it'll be 50-50. So the effort that every single person is putting into the marriage, into the home, into the kids, into the whole thing will change, right? So you'll be shifting, right? So it's not going to be equal all the time, 50-50 all the time. So the whole thing is, the whole marriage thing is about trying your best every day. And you're not going to be your best every day, to be honest. Some days you'll be down, and other days you'll be up, and things will go up and down. It's just like a roller coaster. So, so, and I think the main thing is trying to understand each other, and trying to always think to the reason why you decided to say yes to each other, the reason why you decided to enter the marriage, why you wanted to marry each other. Always think back to that. When you're upset, when you're not feeling your best, when you're not feeling it, when you're down, and you know things are not going your way and stuff like that. um Try to always be forgiving, and holding each other's hands, and remember why you got together to begin with. Because obviously everyone gets into a marriage hoping that it will last for life. So yeah, I think the main thing is to always remember why you decided to marry the other person, and that obviously your reason would have been a very beautiful reason that you would definitely decide to spend the rest of your life with someone else. So it was that decision was based on really loads and lots of lovely reasons. So and it's hard at times to remember when things are not going perfectly well. It's hard to remember why you chose to say yes. So that's the only advice I'll give. Always remember that ultimately the ultimate reason for keeping a marriage going and lasting forever is God, because we believe in God. And yeah, and you have to be forgiving, respectful, and trying your best every day. So that's my advice number one. Number two, don't expect things to be perfect all the time, because you'll be disappointed. Things will be perfect, and then they won't be at times. um so have realistic expectations of marriage, because I mean, if, let's say, before you got married, you already lived with each other in the same house, because some people do that. And if you've already lived with each other, and then at some point you just decide, you know what, let's just get married, let's just make it official. And so you go and do that, and you already live with each other, so you know each other already. So it's not a surprise that, oh my gosh, this I'm gonna live with this person. You've already done the getting to know each other. You know what I mean? So you know how each other is like. At this point, it's just making things official, right? So you've already been in kind of in the marriage in a way. So it won't come as a surprise. Like you can't say, "Oh, marriage is this." How is marriage like? So if someone asks you, "Oh, does it feel like to be married?" You'd be like, well, as in terms of the person I'm with, it's the same. Nothing has changed because, the only difference is we signed a paper and made it official. Um, but it is a bigger thing if you've never lived with each other and now you're living with each other for the first time after getting married. That's when people ask, how does it feel like to be married? People like asking that question. And then you have a lot to say about it because you'll be discovering things that you didn't know, maybe that you didn't expect. There could be good things or not so good things. So it just depends. So the answer to the question, how does it feel like to be married, will be, there'll be a lot of stories to tell, and the stories will be building up as time goes by. So yeah, marriage advice. It's about trying your best every day. I mean, it's the best thing to be able to spend the rest of your life with someone, and hopefully a good person. It's a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing, and especially once you have a family. Nothing good comes easy though. Everything that is good and worth having is is not gonna come easy. It's gonna be hard. There are gonna be trials, but you need to stay strong and pray if you're a religious person, and that's all you can do. You can only do your best, and that's it. Leave the rest. So that's my marriage advice, really, for someone who's been married for almost 10 years. My marriage advice is know the person you're gonna get married to, but you can never know someone 100% because people change for the best, sometimes for the worst. And as you live together and you're growing together, you will change. You're not going to be the same person you was when you was 18 years old. You're not going to be the same person you was when you are 30 years old or in your 20s. As you get older, you will change. Your mindset will change. Um, you 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 become different versions of yourself. So you start thinking differently. You start behaving differently, and hopefully better version of yourself. So, just expect changes as time goes on and goes by. A lot forgiving and respect are always encouraged in a marriage. Actually, in any relationship, it could be friendship, respecting the other person, respecting each other, and loving each other, um and now you can't go wrong if you apply those things, respect and love. um those always work. So yeah, that's what I'll say. Respect, love, and forgiving as well, because no one is perfect, right? At the end of the day, everyone is just trying the best, and no one is perfect. So that's my advice, really. That's my advice. Like, before I got married, I didn't live with my husband now. So the first time we lived together was when we got married. That was the first time. So for me, and I'm hoping for him, it was quite um, a shift in our lives. Um, I can only speak for myself. So for me, that first day we lived together, we moved in together and start living in our own home. Just the like looking for a house, our own house. Because I remember when we were looking for a house to live in, which will be just me and him living together, not with our families. It was very exciting for me. So we're very excited to starting our lives together, joining our lives together, and every day was beautiful. I remember every day we would go to work and then we'll pick each other. We'll go to work together. At the same time, we'll pick each other up after work. He would pick me up from work, and then we'll go home together. On the way home, we'll pick up something to eat. We go to the shop. We'll pick up something to eat, and then we'll come home. We'll cook it quickly. While it's cooking, we'll be exercising together, and then after exercising, we'll eat. And then we'll carry on with the rest of the night, and every day was like that. And then when on our days off, um, we'll just go on dates, or sometimes we'll go on dates during after work on the weekdays in the evening. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful. We had a lot of time together with each other, so it was a beautiful time back then. And we weren't even thinking of starting a family whatsoever. We wanted to, but we just thought we're not ready for that. So we just kept putting it off. We kept putting it off, starting a family, and we just try to focus on. Anyway, I'll leave it now for here now, and thank you so much for those who've joined and the 3 likes. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you so much for your support. Take care.